emotional. David Ross hugging Aroldis Chapman, who closed it out. A 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth after the Cubs scored 4 in the top to complete an incredible comeback and win it and advance to the NLCS. Welcome back to our coverage here on FS1. Been a busy day and a fun day, that's for sure. We've got Frank Thomas, Pete Rose, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Would you believe there was another unbelievable game? It feels like weeks ago, but it actually was earlier today, and it was in Chavez Ravine. And you're talking about the Dodgers and the Nationals. Dodgers trying to keep their season going, and you've got Clayton Kershaw on the mound. Kershaw had a rough first inning here, guys. He threw 27 pitches in the first. He gave up a run. Looked like the wheels could come off a little bit, but he got out, allowing only a run. And then against Joe Ross, Frank, this is the guy you said had to get going, Adrian Gonzalez.
He's the veteran in this clubhouse. When his offense is doing well, Adrian Gonzalez has a big part to do with it.
So they put the Dodgers in front, and then Kershaw. The theme has been pitchers hitting in the National League playoffs. I mean, has it not?
Sure has.
Unbelievable.
Every pitcher's pitching is knocking in runs.
They take a lot of BP nowadays, Pete.
Well, they do. Kershaw going the other way with a double, and then he's on second with 2 outs, and there is Justin Turner, who's been splendid second half. Maybe a weird route by Trey Turner helped it out.
I still don't know how that ball fell earlier today.
I have no idea. It's an RBI. Worth was watching it fall, obviously. So 4-2 Dodgers, and then look at, I mean, how hard is it hitting these shadows, Alex, against Kershaw or anybody?
I mean, it's impossible. You have a shot with a fastball. If the ball spins at all, you just lose it. So it's pretty hard.
Yeah, this is kind of the thing you're having. And Jock Peterson.
Kevin, let me explain that real quick, if I can.
Please.
When you have shadows, ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about, you can see the ball, but you can't see the rotation on the ball. And if you can't see the rotation on the ball, you don't know if it's a fastball, a slider, a curveball, a screwball, whatever kind of pitch it might be. So that's what we're talking about when we say the shadow is in center field and it's dark in home plate.
Oh, makes sense.
You can't see the rotation of the ball.
Pete, big part, we'll talk about that in a second, big part of the game here and good explanation. So Dave Roberts comes out with 2 outs in the 7th. He leaves Kershaw in to face Harper. He thought he struck him out, and then he lost Harper. Harper with a great at-bat, draws a walk. So give credit to Roberts. Said, no, I'm going to leave my ace in. Didn't get the job then he pulls him. And then the bullpen flat out implodes. I mean, implodes. So you got Baez coming in who hits Worth, knocks in a run, and the bases are loaded. You're going to bring an Avalon and get Danny Murphy. Good luck.
This man has been very special last 2 playoffs. If he stays like this, it's going to be hard for the Dodgers to go to Washington and get this win. But I'm ready for Game 5 of this series.
So Kershaw can't. I mean, the 7th inning again, and obviously not his fault. His bullpen does not help him. We go to the 8th. Blake Trinan pitching. He had nobody out, or 2 out, nobody on, with a walk and a hit, and then Chase Utley, former Philadelphia World Series hero.
Pete called him today. It was his key player of the game. Big hit by a great player.
He's got World Series rings, man.
Kenley Jansen gonna bring it, Frank. Zip.
You know, both of these guys were frustrated. You saw the closers tonight. They both gave up big runs. Kenley Jansen brought his A game, got the game. 6-5, just like the Cubs game. We had a 6-5 type of night today. It was great baseball all around.
When you look at it, that game was eerily similar to the Cub game, except there were not four runs in the 9th, right? Wow. So the Dodgers stay alive. And some reaction after this game. Let's start with Chase Utley.
We try to treat every at-bat the same way. Obviously, the crowd was into it. We got some guys in scoring position. I was able to sneak one through the infield. But overall, I thought Kershaw did an outstanding job on 4 days rest. Gonzo, the big home run early on. They scratched their way back, made it a great game. It was a good win.
Thankful that we pulled it out. You know, it's I think it's a combination. I'm exhausted for one, just physically and mentally drained. You know, but you know, we get to live another day, and you know, overall, I'm just exhaled a little bit more than anything.
Yeah, if anyone gives up on this team, they haven't seen us play a whole lot this year, and it starts with what Clayton did. Short rest and, you know, leaving it all out there. And, you know, everyone fed off that.
You kind of forced the Dodgers' hand this series by making them pitch Kershaw on short rest. What are you expecting in Game 5 from them pitching-wise?
I know Kershaw ain't pitching. I mean, thank God. You know what I mean?
You know, we got a great guy going in Game 5, and you know, we're excited to get back home to our fans, and you know, it's gonna be fun. You know, I'm excited to you know, be part of it and be back in a Game 5 again.
Is that soundbite from Dusty Baker great? I know Kershaw ain't pitching.
Thank God.
That's beautiful. So here is Kershaw in his postseason career. Innings 1 through 6. There you go. Innings 7+, an ERA of almost 29. Now, to be fair, yes, he had Harper and he let him go and he lost him a walk, and then Roberts took him out. But 7th inning alone in his postseason career, bullpen has gotten 8 inherited runners, 6 have scored. They haven't helped the guy. And today was the same thing. They haven't helped the guy at all. But Frank, overall, rocky first inning, he pitched a heck of a game today.
He's a warrior. This is why the guy makes $30 million a year. He comes out and give you everything he got every night. Doesn't matter on the short rest or whatever else. The guy is a superstar. He showed it today. But that 7th inning, like you said, has been very unlucky for him.
I think he really thinks that he had Harper struck out. You
On
can
that
see
one
by
pitch.
his reaction in the dugout. And I don't think Harper would have complained if he'd have called him out. But that's the difference one pitch can make in a game.
Did you think it was a strike, though?
I did.
We thought it was a strike, yes.
Okay.
Alex, was it a strike?
You know, I mean, if you're a 3-time Cy Young winner and you're at home, I mean, that's probably a strike. But I got enough with the $30 million guys. Let the guy make it. But in all seriousness, he was 1 out away from pitching a gem tonight. But what he showed tonight was great character and what a fierce competitor he is. I mean, he hit, he walked, he ran the bases, he left it all out there, and he put on quite a show.
Yeah, I had to be. Yeah, actually had to feel bad for him because he's out there and he gave it everything. He said he's exhausted, and then how do we think the 7th inning again? But to add to all of what you're saying, 21 swings and misses, most he's ever had in a postseason contest. So he was great today. Let's go to Dontrelle Willis, who's waiting patiently in the pitching cube. D-Train. So Kershaw, man, that first inning we were watching, and I mean, boy, it looked like he was going to go 2-3 innings today, but he really did a nice job settling in and striking out 11 when it was all said and done. How did he do it?
Well, he made a decision on the mound. Do you give in or you continue to fight for your ball club? And he showed me a ton of guts out there today, and he continued to fight and compete. I mentioned that before the game. It doesn't matter how many days rest you're on. It's all about going out there and getting the job done with your ball club. And once he got settled in, then his timing mechanism got settled in. And as you can see, every pitch comes out of the same arm angle. You don't need any kind of shade or any kind of light. These are nasty pitches that guys couldn't pick up on. And I tell you what, till the 7th inning, it looked like he basically had this ball game in the bag. But again, he was a big lift to go out here and take the ball on short days rest. And this is competitive nature. And even him handling the bat lifted the ball club and ultimately let them forced them to win this ball game and force a Game 5.
And so it will be a Game 5, Dontrelle, and that will be on Thursday. So that should be fun.
I love it.
I like it, little golf clap. So now, Game 5, right? You've got Max Scherzer against Rich Hill. Any particular advantage there, Alex, as the series goes back to Washington, D.C.?
Well, one advantage is Clayton's out of play, like Dusty Baker said. I mean, he was joking, but it was a very serious statement. I like Max to have a big game in Game 5. They're back home. They're going to be sleeping at home. They're going to be comfortable in front of their home fans. Should be very interesting.
Well, Max is the only 20-game winner in the league, I believe, and he's just got to keep the ball in the ballpark. Max is one of the best pitchers around, as far as I'm concerned, and if he pitches a Max Scherzer-type game, they'll win.
He didn't keep it in the ballpark, though, Game 1, though.
He did not. He's got two Thursday.
And, Pete, if he doesn't, we have a seat for him right here.
Wow. Alex is hiring people.
I hate to bring it up.
Second year and he's hiring people. I love it.
Max here and Pettit here.
And another $30 million pitcher is going on Thursday, too. Max Scherzer. You know, we had him here last year. He's a gamer. Edge has to be with Scherzer. You know, he's probably the leading candidate for Cy Young this year. He needs to pitch a big game on Thursday if they're going to advance to play the Cubs. But, you know, it's one of those things that Max Scherzer has really struggled his last 2 ball games. He's given up a lot of hits and runs. He's got to settle down and be the Max Scherzer that we know he can be.
Frank, I got to ask you, because we talked about it in the green room when we were watching. You thought that the Dodgers might go in another direction to start on Thursday, right?
Yeah, the kid Urias. Somebody pronounce that for me?
Urias?
Urias or Urias.
Yeah.
The kid's special. He's the future of this franchise. Years out after, the Mexican kid. He's a very excellent young pitcher. Excellent stuff. 19 years old. I thought they would get him in there. I thought they would get him in there and get him some seasoning because, like I said, he's the future along with Kershaw together. He's a special young man. You got to let him grow up sooner or later.
You're going to put a 19-year-old in that situation?
Have you seen him pitch?
Yeah, I've seen him pitch.
Okay.
He's 19. That's why I asked you, Frank.
He just turned 20.
He can get you some meat.
Technically, he's 20.
He's not a teenager no more.
Much older.
He started the season at 19.
Much older.
He's got his fake ID and everything. He's ready to go.
But he got better and better every start. along the summer. So they got to get these guys some season, get them out there, get some outs.
Well, he'll be ready to go if Rich Hill doesn't have has a tough time.
Hey, you're going to worry about seasoning in a game 5?
Should we
He's
hire
a special pitcher.
He's worried about seasoning in a game 5.
Are we going to hire Rich Hill too?
He's above average.
I'm just curious. Anybody, if you want to work for us, just text Alice. We'll have him in here by the next round. Pretty sure. Let's get highlights. If you just turned us on, it is, let's see, 1 a.m. East Coast, right?
Yes.
Here's what happened at AT&T, right? Draymond Green, Golden State Warriors. Well,
What was that?
That's a big man, Petey.
It was an awful first.
That's a little throw, though.
Thankfully, he's good at basketball. David Ross, the oldest Ross to hit a home run in the postseason. The oldest catcher to hit a home run in the postseason, I believe, too.
Johnny Bench all over again.
Taking Matt Moore deep. Game tied at 1. 4th inning. How about Matt Moore on offense? We always knew Matt Moore against John Lackey. Oh, Matt Moore.
He was outstanding tonight. He brought the bat, and he definitely pitched an excellent ball game tonight.
So, Giants get in front. Then it's Span takes the breaking ball. And then Lackey.
Get there.
He slipped on his tuchus, Pete.
Hey, he tried to tag the bag with his back of his thigh.
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
8th inning, Giants up 5-2. Moore's out there. Dexter Fowler. Peace. What a pitch. Moore was just unbelievable.
Yeah, he looks tired there. He really looked tired there.
He was gassed. Completely gassed. Top 9. And Ben Zobrist doubling into the corner off Sergio Romo. 4th pitcher of the inning. Bryant scores. Cubs now trailing 5-3. Here they come. Then pinch hitter Wilson Contreras pinch hitting for Addison Russell. Contreras bounces one up the middle off Will Smith. Game is tied at 5. Bring on the next Bruce Bochy pitcher. Hunter Strickland, come on down. Javi Baez, bang! Lead. Second time he's had the game-winning hit in this series. It's Baez. It's the Cubs in front. Very happy, Pete.
They deserve it, man. They come flying back.
Belts.
They're good.
Gas. Cubs move on to the NLCS with a 4-run ninth. Here is Wrigleyville. We heard there were fireworks going off earlier in Wrigleyville. Of course, the game ended a while ago now, and it's late, but they are out there.
And it's not dark, Pete.
What are they doing out there? What are they going to do out there?
Celebrating.
Well, there's a lot of bars out there, Pete. There's a couple things going on.
Celebrating?
They're celebrating.
It's the first series.
NLCS, here they come.
What did they win?
They advance.
No, they advance. You're going to celebrate on...
It's been 100 years, Pete, since they won the whole thing.
No, it's been 108 or 109.
Listen, 109, you celebrate every little thing.
And I'm sure all those people there were there when they won in 1907. Huh?
They were not. They were not. Who should they play? Who gives them, I don't know, an easier matchup if you're a Cubs fan? Who do you root for in this, Frank?
You know, it's going to be tough. If they get the Nationals, they got to face Dusty Baker, who was fired by the Cubs after a lot of success. They play the Dodgers. You know, that left-hand hitting combination, they could be very tough also. So it's not going to be an easy road. They got to enjoy tonight, enjoy tomorrow. But they got to get back to business on Thursday, Friday morning, and get ready for that.
They should be happy there's a Game 5 in another championship series because Max Scherzer's got to pitch that day.
Oh, no doubt.
So he won't be able to pitch Game 2 or 3 of the playoff against Chicago. So the advantage is, is with the team that can set up their pitching the best way. I don't know who that is right now.
I have a serious question now.
Sure.
1908. How was their pitching?
Good bullpen. The starters weren't that.
I bet you got 4 hits too, didn't you?
Yeah. You wouldn't have been a home run king in that because Babe Ruth was around.
That is very, very true.
Big king.
Other league, though. Other league.
You making fun of old people? Is that what
Well, the good news is after you hire Scherzer and Rich Hill, you're out.
And Pettit.
Pettit will be here for
I'm
sure.
calling human resources. But I'll tell you again, Alex, I have to tell you every time I see you.
You're going to call him?
You look rich. And the reason you look rich, because you are rich. But you're a great guy.
Kevin, can we go to commercial, please?
I think we're on, man. There's no more commercials. We've used them all. So Thursday, with that being said, it is a winner-take-all Game 5. NLDS, it is the Dodgers and the Nationals. 7 p.m. Eastern on FS1. And then it'll be the ALCS starting Friday on TBS. Blue Jays and Indians, Game 1 there. Saturday, Game 1 of the NLCS. Cubs await the winner of the Nationals and Dodgers right here on FS1. Celebration in San Francisco. A lot of champagne dreams for the Chicago Cubs, baby. They earned this one.
That's a celebration right there.
Let her rip. The visiting clubhouse. More to come.
I'm still not a fan of those goggles, Pete. What about you?
Fans are great.
Meet the new face of late-night sports talk, Katie Nolan.
It's my show.
As she rounds up the week in sports and beyond.
You learn new things on Garbage Time.
Garbage Time with Katie Nolan on FS1.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and you're talking to your doctor about your medication, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira helping me go further. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms. Humira has been clinically studied for over 18 years.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB. Hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ready for a new chapter? Talk to your rheumatologist. This is Humira at work.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
I don't want to live with the uncertainties of Hep C.
Or wonder whether I should seek treatment.
I am ready.
Because today, there's Harvoni, a revolutionary treatment for the most common type of chronic hepatitis C. Harvoni is proven to cure up to 99% of patients who've had no prior treatment. It transformed treatment as the first cure that's one pill once a day for 12 weeks. Certain patients can be cured with just 8 weeks of Harvoni. Harvoni is a simple treatment regimen that's been prescribed to more than 250,000 patients. Tell your doctor if you've had a liver transplant, other liver or kidney problems, HIV, or any other medical conditions, and about all the medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Harvoni may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects of Harvoni may include tiredness, headache, and weakness.
I am ready to put Hep C behind me.
I am ready to be cured.
Are you ready? Ask your Hep C specialist if Harvoni is right for you.
Is it possible to engineer a feeling? To create a design that moves you before you even get in, and craft an interior that transports you before you go anywhere. It is when it's designed for you, the driver. The new Mazda 6.
What is this?
It's KFC spicy, smoky, crispy Nashville hot chicken tenders. They're back. And I love them.
Nashville hot is chicken blasphemy.
No, it's not, Daddy. I'm young and I need to try new things. You should too.
Oh, no!
Try a KFC Nashville Hot Basket. It's finger-licking good.
Well, the Pigeons are cleaning up. It is an absolute Thanksgiving at AT&T Park. It just was Canadian Thanksgiving.
It's like Frank's dressing room.
Hey, speaking of all that garbage time with my pal Katie Nolan. That's coming up right after us, guys, so we're going to hang it for there. Wait a second. I'm sharing a dressing room with Frank's dressing room. That's what it looks like? That's a disaster. Thursday on FS1, Dodgers Nationals. Coverage begins with us at 7 o'clock Eastern, so tune in for that. And then guess what? You'll have the game, and then we're back with a postgame. We're just going to stay on until one of us falls asleep on the set, which is very, 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 very possible. Pressure for the Cubs now to win the World Series. Now that they've gotten over the Giants, gotten over this first round, what's the pressure on them like the rest of the way?
One thing we've learned about the Cubs very early on is their young players don't understand anything about pressure. They, like
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, they win when their big guys don't do a lot. But I will tell you this: the most pressure they're going to feel in this whole run is probably tonight in a potential Game 5. I think now you have 7 games, and then the fun starts in the World Series.
Interesting.
I agree with Alex. I'm starting to believe that the Cubs don't know what pressure means. They're good. I mean, they just understand the game of baseball, and they go out and play it.
It must be late night. You're starting to agree with all of us.
Well, I'm never going to agree with you.
Well, I've been telling you,
how
many times did I tell you the Cubs got the goods to win the World Series? I've been watching this team very closely all year. They are 1 through 9 loaded. They're loaded on the bench. The bullpen is loaded. The starting pitching is loaded. And they have a very good manager in Joe Madden.
They've been the best team in baseball all year,
yes,
Frankie.
Very consistently.
Pete, I know it's getting late because you're starting to agree with me.
Maybe if I agree with you, you'll hire me to do something. I'm looking for a job.
Here's the problem. Alex, I think his first hire will not be you because we have some evidence of who he might hire. It's someone that he's mentioned a few times throughout the show.
I can't imagine.
Let's take a watch.
In a lot of my conversations over the years with Andy Pettitte, he really advocated for 3-day rest. It worked very well, Pete, for Andy Pettitte.
I guess so.
I love Andy Pettitte. Well, you know, in my conversations with Andy Pettitte over the years, I mean, over the years, talking to Andy Pettitte, I love Andy Pettitte, I love Andy Pettitte, I love Andy Pettitte.
Was Andy Pettitte your roommate? We're talking about Andy Pettitte.
I love Andy Pettitte.
Oh, that is great. So,
I hope Andy Pettitte is calling that phone right now.
I love you guys. That's like Valentine's Day. What was that?
Alex Rodriguez Pettitte?
Well, I'm looking forward to working with Andy on Thursday's show.
I know, he's got 5 world titles.
5 world titles.
5 world titles.
God bless him.
Oh. Hey,
Andy.
We got an off day coming, Frank. An off day tomorrow. What are you going to do?
Team no sleep. We might catch up on our sleep tomorrow. We'll have fun. We're going to catch up on and get ready for the Blue Jays game.
Here's Frank's day. 8 o'clock breakfast, 11 o'clock first lunch, 9 o'clock second lunch, 4 o'clock first dinner, 6 o'clock second dinner, 11 o'clock midnight snack.
Well, mix in some cardio too. I gotta work out to keep myself hungry. All right?
It's a good thing I never laugh on this show. My goodness, you guys are unbelievable. Frank Thomas, Pete Rose, Alex Rodriguez, Don Willis. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. It was a Cubs night, a 4-run, 9th inning. What a comeback for the ages, and they knock off the pesky Giants in advance to the NLCS celebration in San Francisco. And then it's hosting the NLCS on Saturday night in Chicago. Go crazy, Wrigleyville. It's your time. We're back on Thursday with another Game 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya.
Cheers, lady. Cheers. Good game, right? Gotta love baseball in October, you know? Nothing like it.
I know. You guys look good tonight, right?
Yeah. They looked real good.
Yeah, that Anthony Rizzo.
Oof. Oh, I want to walk up to him in those tight little baseball pants and just grab him by the...
What are you doing?
What?
You can't do that here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Cool. Better. So, like I was saying, I want to walk up to Anthony Rizzo and just grab a big old handful of his... What can I say? Sorry. Welcome to Garbage Time, guys. I'm your host, Katie Nolan. Tonight on the show, we visit the Texas State Fair, wonder why Tiger keeps pulling out, and drink a million beers with Derek Waters from Comedy Central's Drunk History. But first, locker rooms. The place where athletes go to get ready for a game, and where us non-athletes go to stare intently at the floor in a desperate attempt to avoid making eye contact with a very naked stranger. Everyone's talking about locker rooms this week, so we are going to do the same. But we're going to focus on real locker rooms, not figurative ones that really just serve as a convenient metaphor for a space devoid of women where men are finally free to be completely themselves and brag about sexual assault without the fear of being held accountable, because those aren't real. And suggesting that they are, or using them as an excuse for certain types of behavior, is dangerous and irresponsible and unfair to athletes and to women working in sports. But you knew that already. You knew that already. We are going to talk about something going on in real life locker rooms, like the one the Cleveland Indians were in last night after beating the Red Sox and advancing to the ALCS. Guys, I'm all for having fun and drinking every drink, trust me, but I don't think you're supposed to party this hard in celebration of just staying alive. If you were, Regis's apartment would be a mess. On the other hand, though, you know, it is kind of cool. I mean, when was the last time the Indians got to spray each other with champagne? 2 weeks ago? Come on! Guys, we're ruining the coolness of these things. If you're a wild card team like the Blue Jays and you go on to win the World Series, you could potentially have 5 champagne celebrations in under 30 days. Even I think that's a bit much, and I'm a woman in my 20s. I celebrate my birth month. It's good to say woman in my 20s. It feels good. I only have a couple more months of that. It's just so strange to me that in baseball, we've got GoPros in locker rooms and champagne goggles after every little milestone. And then in football, we've got this.
Love seeing Antonio Brown twerk after a touchdown? Well, if Roger Goodell has his way, NFL fans will be seeing a lot fewer celebrations on the field.
Yeah, so now instead of twerking, we get touchdown celebrations like this weekend when Browns receiver Andrew Hawkins scored, placed the ball on the ground, and walked away like a robot. Guys, come on. We are out way too far on either side of this thing, right? The NFL is fining everyone for everything, while Major League Baseball is setting up a camera-ready frat party sponsored by Budweiser every time they win a single game. Let's meet somewhere in the middle, okay? Celebrate, but only for significant milestones. Something really big, like raising enough money to dedicate a bench in Central Park to Big Papi. And even then, though, be careful. Things can get out of hand really quickly. It's finally here! The bench! Yeah! Nope. Nope. Yeah, and I was sober for that. You don't always need to add beer for things to get ridiculous. But sometimes you should, and that's why I invited our friend Derek Waters, creator, producer, and star of Comedy Central's Drunk History, to come by the studio to answer some important sports-related beer questions in part 1 of Who Wants to Drink a Million Beers? Hello, everyone. I'm Katie Nolan, and I'm here with Drunk History's Derek Waters. Welcome, Derek.
Thank you, Catherine.
The new season of Drunk History is airing on Comedy Central Tuesdays at 10:30. Tell me about it.
Well, Katie Nolan is a narrator, and you teach, hopefully, the world of how Teddy Roosevelt saved football.
Well, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
It's time to play Who Wants to Drink a Million Beers? Your first question is for 1 beer.
1 beer.
Now, if you get the question right, you get to have that beer. If you get the question wrong, you have to chug that beer.
So the difference is enjoying it or chugging it?
Yeah.
Okay.
First question. Andre the Giant once had a 45-minute layover in Tampa, Florida. How many 12-ounce beers did he drink before he got on his flight? A, 10, B, 25, C, 67, or D, 102?
Now, he is a giant.
And he is an Andre.
That is true. I think 102, the last one, is too much, so I'm going to go 67. C.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
The correct answer, 102. Have that beer.
Catherine, welcome to my show. Who wants to drink a million beers? This question is also for 1 beer. Legendary announcer Harry Carey submitted an expense report to the Chicago Cubs in 1972. According to that report, how many consecutive nights did he go out drinking? A, 90, B, 190, C, 288, or D, 357 nights?
Wow. Okay, well, there are 365 days in a year.
True that.
I'm gonna go with C, 288.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah!
You get to enjoy your beer.
Well, thank you very much.
Take your time with that beer. Think about how smart you are. 288 nights.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I've lied on an expense report, though.
Really?
No. Okay. This question
Oh, no.
is for 2 beers.
This was not in the brochure.
No.
Okay.
In 1992, Charles Barkley had just been told that the 76ers traded him to the Lakers. He went to lunch and started drinking, as one does. At lunch, he was told that the Sixers backed out of the deal, and he quickly had to get ready for a game that night. How many points did he drunkenly score in that game? A, 0, B, 23, C, 40, or D, 55?
Oh my God. If it's D, he's my new hero. I think it's 40. C, that's my final answer.
Final answer. The correct answer is 23. Wow. Have those beers!
Diet starts tomorrow.
A quote made famous by Charles Barkley.
Okay, here we are. This next question is for dun 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 uno dos. 3 beers. Trace beers. Remember Wade Boggs?
Yeah.
That's cool. Wade Boggs, according to legend, once drank 64 beers on a cross-country road trip, but he recently said that number was inaccurate. How many beers did he actually drink? A, 24, B, 50, C, 70, D, 107. Wade Boggs, long trip.
I'm gonna say D. 100 and whatever that was, you said D was. Final answer.
Enjoy another beer.
You got it. I got it right again.
You got it. You're so good. That was the goal, right? That was the goal?
I'm pretty good at that game. Does it stay that way? Coming up, I use my phone a friend and call a famous comedian. Who will it be? Stick around to find out in part 2 of Who Wants to Drink a Million Beers. We'll be right back.
We are the Coors Brewing Company, and our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. A beer proud enough to wear our name in big, red, scripted letters. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Hey, America. Meet Jimmy. He just got his license, and look at him. He's already restoring this beast himself. He gets help from AutoZone and specialized tools from our free Loan-A-Tool program. Can't wait to see what this kid fixes up next. With our help, you can always fix your car with confidence. Hoods up, America. Nice.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
People say I'm evil. I say evil is how cable companies trick you with a low rate and then BAM! Your bill is over $100 a month.
Say goodbye to the way TV used to be. Introducing Sling TV. Instantly stream over 25 channels, including the most popular live sports, shows, and movies, for just $20 a month. With Sling, there are no long-term contracts, no hidden fees, and no rental equipment. Just watch the best of live TV on your television, tablet, computer, or phone, anytime, anywhere, for only $20 a month.
Enough is enough. Stop paying too much for TV.
Take back TV with Sling and save. Go to slingtv.com and watch now for 7 days free.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. You have waited long enough, like an entire commercial break. It's time for the exciting conclusion of Who Wants to Drink a Million Beers. This next question is for 5 beers. Sorry. Okay, this next
We
question.
should also state it's 7 a.m. right now.
Yeah. Which legendary athlete said the following quote? "It's simple, kids. If you drink and smoke and eat and screw as much as me, well, kiddos, someday you'll be just as good at sports." Was it A, Wilt Chamberlain, B, Babe Ruth, C, Joe Namath, or D, John Daly?
Now see, on paper...
Final answer?
Oh, I didn't say C. I said, now you see here. You see? You see. Wilt Chamberlain seems too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Babe Ruth, I don't think he would do that. I feel like it's Namath.
You're saying C, Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Final answer? Yeah. Correct answer, B, Babe Ruth.
Oh.
Thank you.
Diet starts tomorrow. I really thought it was Namath. Did you know that would be Babe Ruth?
It said it on the card. So
Well,
yeah.
I know, but before you saw it on the card.
No.
The next question
Mm-hmm.
is for 5 of these delicious, cold as hell beers. Let's give one a hat. Okay. In 1974, the Cleveland Indians played the Texas Rangers. In order to get more fans to attend the game, management offered a beer promotion. In the bottom of the 9th, the game was called due to drunk people streaking, attacking the opposing players, and literally stealing the bases. How much were beers on that fateful night? A, 1 cent. B, 5 cents. C, 10 cents. D, 25 cents.
Can I phone a friend?
You can phone a friend. This will be your lifeline. All I ask is that they're famous.
Okay.
Because this is garbage time.
Okay.
Katie Nolan.
Hi, Nikki Glazer.
Yay.
Hi, what's up, girl?
So I'm in the middle of a fake game show, and you're my lifeline.
I was gonna say, you sound way too excited to be a normal person.
Okay, you know Derek Waters from Drunk History? He's gonna read the question.
Oh my God, I love Derek Waters, and we've never met.
Okay, hold her next to your microphone
All right.
and read her the question.
Hi, Nikki. In 1974, the Cleveland Indians played the Texas Rangers. In order to get more fans to attend the game, management offered a beer promotion. How much were beers on that fateful night? A, 1 cent. B, 5 cents. C, 10 cents. Or D, 25 cents.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5 cents.
Why do you think 5 cents?
Because, well, did you say 1973?
74. Makes it.
Okay, so same. Yeah,
Good.
I just feel like that would be like a good enough. I just feel like based on inflation and the little I know about it, that seems about right.
I'm gonna guess that. Nikki, thank you so much. God, she's cool.
So cool.
Okay, Nikki said 5 cents. So I'm gonna say B, 5 cents.
You
Final
trust
answer.
her.
Ride or die, bitch.
Chug them beers. 10 cents. 10 cents.
I had soup for lunch. This next question is for an entire keg. Bring the keg. Oh, that, you know what that means? We're out of time. Derek, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I still want to drink a million beers.
Be sure to catch Drunk History Tuesdays at 10:30 on Comedy Central. I'm on it. I'm on
She's
it.
on it.
I'm
Real
on it.
good.
I am on it. Gonna make my parents proud. Coming up, Ken Bone gets free tickets and Michigan fans get free steak. But first, Wendy sent us down to the State Fair, Texas this weekend for the Red River Rivalry, and we had a blast. Check it out. Why is the Texas State Fair the best place to get ready for the big game?
Because Six Flags is not open today.
They make the name of the rivalries so hard to say.
Red River.
Red River Rivalry.
Didn't get
The
that
Red
down.
River Rivalry.
Yeah. We're playing for the Red River Rivalry.
What do they call it?
The Red River Rivalry.
The what?
The Red River Rivalry. And we're ready for the River Rivalry.
You don't sound ready. What is it called?
OU Texas.
No, what's it called?
Red River Rivalry?
Yeah.
The reason the birds fly upside down in the state of Texas is because there's nothing worth pooping on in the state of Texas.
Yeehaw. Who do you think has more fans here today, the Longhorns or the Sooners?
Longhorns, for sure.
Yeah?
But I've been seeing a lot of Oklahoma fans here.
So not for sure. What's the craziest thing you've seen at the fair here today, sir?
Well, I saw a unicorn and I saw a big pile of poop.
You see anything crazy today?
Not much. Right now, this little guy is giving me a hard time, so
What's up, bro?
I might have to pick him up and throw him over there in the water over there.
The second you addressed him, he was like, no, we're good. We're okay. Are you nervous?
No, not really.
Are you nervous?
No, not really.
Are you sure? You seem really nervous. Where is everybody? Guys?
The first rule of being a Viking is that teamwork is important. Remember to do the little things. Help each other out. And the second rule of being a Viking, there's more than one way to win. Vikings, War of Clans. Play free now.
Upgrade your phone system and learn how you could save at Vonage.com/business.
Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys collide with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. It all begins at noon Eastern, followed by a full day of action on Fox.
Esurance does auto insurance a smarter way, like their photo claims tool. It helps settle your claim quickly, which saves time, which saves money. And when they save, you save. That's auto and home insurance for the modern world. Esurance, an Allstate company. Click or call. Esurance does insurance a smarter way, which saves money, like bundling home and auto coverage, which reduces red tape, which saves money. And when they save, you save. That's home and auto insurance for the modern world. Esurance, an Allstate company. Click or call.
You really want to be the 88th person out on the course in khakis? If not, then golfknickers.com has your look. With the world's greatest selection of golf knickers, argyle socks, and sweaters, golfknickers.com has the looks that'll get you noticed and create those lasting memories. An afternoon with friends, corporate outings, best dress competitions, wedding weekends, or school team and staff uniforms. Start building your memories. For a free catalog, come see us at golfknickers.com.
This week on Thursday Night Football, the Denver Broncos face the San Diego Chargers. The defending champs look to bounce back after a home loss. And the Chargers look for a new wacky way to blow a game. How will those zany pranksters lose in the fourth quarter this week? Last week a botched field goal. This week, who knows? Von Miller and the Denver defense looked less than dominant against the Falcons. But what about the Chargers? Will Phillip Rivers accidentally punt the ball on first down? Will Mike McCoy send the Broncos his playbook? Zoinks! Maybe Melvin Gordon will slip on a banana peel. Watch out! Thursday Night Football. Broncos, Chargers. Hey Chargers fans, if you laugh, it doesn't hurt as bad.
Not always true, unfortunately. Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. It's time for Agile. Who knows? I like that. That's good. First up, I'm going to add free tickets because when you're as cool as overnight national hero Ken Bone, you get free tickets to stuff. After K-Bone's appearance on the debate, Red Sox pitcher Joe Kelly tweeted, #KenBone is my homie, and that he was leaving him tickets to Monday's ALDS game at Fenway Park, which the Sox lost. It was a very nice offer, Joe, but if he wanted to support a loser, he wouldn't be undecided. So I'm adding free tickets, but I'm going to drop free steaks because Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Ann Arbor, Michigan was supposed to give them away this weekend, but kind of backed out after a promotion went awry. Before the Michigan-Rutgers game Saturday, they offered a percentage off your total bill equal to the Wolverines' winning point differential, and then Michigan won 78-0. The steakhouse ended up bailing and saying it would only honor the discount up to 50%, which is come on, Ruth and Chris. And the Chris that belongs to Ruth. Next up, I'm going to add Josh McCown, who isn't playing right now, but he is tweeting. And he posted this fantastic photo of his daughter and her friends in various jerseys with the caption, "When your daughter has jersey day at school and doesn't have enough friends to wear all the teams, #2missing." That's amazing. I actually, in high school, had the perfect amount of friends to wear all of the professional jerseys of my father's. I didn't have any friends. But I like when football players are self-aware, which is why I'm going to drop Tyrod Taylor for having zero awareness in the Buffalo-LA game this weekend when he lined up behind the left guard instead of the center and proceeded to watch his snap fly right past him for an 18-yard loss. That's my fantasy quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. That's a weird fantasy. Next, I'm going to add the paper. It's this thing that we used to use to find the news. The Florida Times-Union, to be exact, who published an article this week about Jags rookie Miles Jack's recent success with the headline, "Jack off to promising start." Every morning, Florida Times is going to drop the internet. Specifically, any website that broke the Tiger Woods not playing news on Monday with the headline, "Tiger Woods pulls out of comeback tournaments." That is such an easy joke, and websites have been making it for years. Look, Tiger Woods pulls out, Tiger Woods pulls out, Tiger Woods pulls out, Tiger Woods pulls out. Ugh. I mean, at this point, is he ever gonna come back? That's it for ad draw. I am not sorry. Coming up, we shout out the most adorable little football fan I have ever met in my life. For real, you can't miss it. Stick around.
When it comes to getting help with home repair and improvement projects, millions of homeowners trust HomeAdvisor to find a reliable local pro.
We use HomeAdvisor for all our home projects. Installing the garage door,
remodeling the kitchen,
cleaning the gutters,
fixing the AC, any project.
Big or small.
HomeAdvisor's like a neighbor who knows all the great service pros in my area.
you can compare prices.
And book an appointment right online.
HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
I am Benedict Arnold, the infamous traitor, and I know a thing or two about trading. So I trade with E-Trade, where true traders trade on a trademark trade platform that has all
the computer, trader!
I won't.
Mobility is very important to me. That's why I use E-Trade Mobile. It's on all my mobile devices, so it suits my mobile lifestyle. And it keeps my investments fully mobile, even when I'm on the move.
Sign up at etrade.com and get up to $600.
Mom, I'm here. Mom, where are you? Mom? Help. Mom? Oh my God, what happened?
Without emergency protection, you take chances with your life. But with Life Alert, when emergencies happen, one press of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert, what is your emergency?
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life from a potential catastrophe every 10 minutes.
If I didn't have Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-396-5523. That's 1-800-396-5523. Call now, 1-800-396-5523. For a free brochure, call 1-800-396-5523.
Right after garbage time, it's our show, Fox Sports Live. Tonight, we trace the origin of the Cubs' GOAT curse, and we debut new apps for baseball fans.
Plus, Dontrell Willis, the D-Train, joins us in studio to break down today's
yes.
And Peter Schrager,
yeah,
the P-Train. He's here to talk Week 6 in the NFL. It's after garbage time.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. Running out of time in the show, but there's some stuff we didn't cover. So before we go, some quick shout-outs. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings, who will put advertisements for Blue Diamond almonds on their uniforms next season, giving Draymond Green a whole new place to punch them. Shout out to Greg Hardy, who will reportedly pursue a career in mixed martial arts. That is, until someone tells him mixed does not mean co-ed. Shout out to Tom Brady, who says he will probably never sunbathe nude again after being photographed by paparazzi. First, David Ortiz retires, and now this? And lastly, shout out to our Garbage Time Hero of the Week. This week, it's this girl. We're here with Kirby, the biggest fan of what team?
Hook'em.
Hook'em. I hear you sing the song? Eyes of Texas? Can you just sing a little bit for me?
I can sing the whole thing.
Okay, you want to sing the whole thing? Go for it.
The eyes of Texas are above. can escape. Night early in the morn, the eyes of Texas are upon you till Gabriel blows his horns.
That was a round of applause, please. Thank you.
Oh, this is so cute.
She's not texting me back, though. That's all for this week, guys. Thanks to Derek Waters for coming by and Nikki Glazer for answering her phone and pretending that we're friends. And to you guys for watching. Have a great week. Here's more garbage. 3, 2, 1.
Now streaming on Hulu.
Now streaming on Hulu.
Now streaming on
That was very
Hulu. Well,
southern.
whenever I go down the south, I get biscuits and I go streaming. Living the stream. Sorry.
And he asked me how you like my beard, which is, I never had a man ask me that before. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, which is cool. Like, you know what I mean, that's cool.
Tonight on Fox Sports Live with Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole, Dontrell Willis, Tony Romo on the attack.
All the way to the wild card game, maybe.
But first, it's Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole.
And now it's our turn. After a stupendous day on FS1, we had baseball, more baseball, everyone watched.
Yeah, and of course, to wrap up this incredible day of baseball here on FS1, let's send it to our baseball panel with Kevin Burkhardt. Guys?
Me and you have been buttoned. 100%. You all right, dude?
Yeah, there you go.
3.
Sure, he's fine.
I hope he's okay.
We'll check back in on them.
All right, well, here's what happened today, everyone. The baseball playoffs continued. So welcome to everybody who watched the Cubs and Giants play right here on FS1 and fell asleep with their TVs on and awakened to this.
You're welcome. Before tonight's game, Draymond Green threw out the first pitch, and you know what? He did what he does best.
Kicked the catcher in the nuts.
No. It's time for, hey, Draymond, stick to nut shots. Okay, things are going well right here.
Big man on the mound.
Oh, no. Bounced. Just hop, dribbled that ball.
Bounce pass. Well, bounce. I'm going to bounce pass.
Hey, at least he got it to the catcher. Didn't hit anyone. I'm okay with this.
Just throw it in the stands or something. We noticed something during tonight's game, Dan. Brings us to a segment we like to call, Are They Related? Our contestants today, Hunter Pence of the San Francisco Giants and Tormund Giantsbane, a wildling from Game of Thrones who's in love with the woman who beats all the dudes up.
What do you think?
I think they could be related.
So, everyone is a winner.
The Dodgers, behind a gutsy performance from Clayton Kershaw, forced a Game 5.
Yeah, let's check in to see how longtime Dodgers fan Larry King reacted to that big win. Dodgers Stadium. There he is. He's going in. He's okay.
Digging for a goal.
Oh, boy. He went deep.
The King, when the King wants to dig, the King, and that's my 2 cents.
I just hit my brain.
Dan, it's Tuesday. And to be honest, we're already out of new ideas. So we decided to take a Wednesday staple and move it to Tuesday. Only the best for you, the viewer.
So it's time for...
First app, Seat Sneak. It's for everybody sitting in the nosebleeds. We'll show you if there are any unpurchased seats down below so you can move closer to the action. Once you've selected the better seat, the app will generate a fake ticket. Seat Sneak is simple to use and absolutely not illegal.
No, not at all. Next up, it's Flip Phone. Control the bat flip of your favorite postseason power hitter. You want Jose Bautista to flip the bat right into the other team's dugout? Go for it! You want your hero to ram a bat down the catcher's throat after a huge bomb? Go for it! It's all at the tip of your fingers with Flip Phone, and that's not to be confused with producer Tim's actual phone that he still uses.
Classic Tim. Finally, it's Beard Me, a game where you try to find as many items as you can in Jake Arrieta's beard. Crumbs, tobacco, a family of birds, perhaps a sandwich. They're all in there. It's Beard Me, the app that Jake Arrieta doesn't know about, but will someday. With Tony Romo nearing a full recovery from his fractured vertebra. Vertebrae or vertebra?
It's vertebra.
Many are wondering if he'll regain his starting job or if Dak Prescott will remain under center.
Romo certainly not taking this sitting down. He's going in with a fight. So in the spirit of the election season, he's released a Dak attack.
The Dallas Cowboys, America's team. When you think of All-American quarterback, only one name comes to mind. It's Tony Romo. Dak Prescott was born in the 90s, and he's already trying to steal the starting quarterback job after only 5 weeks. Tony Romo knows how to triumph over adversity. After adversity, after adversity. He never gives up. Dak Prescott hasn't been injured even once. Seems like he's not giving 100%. Tony Romo has proven he has the experience to take the Cowboys all the way to the wild card game, maybe. The only thing Dak Prescott has proved is that he's a young quarterback with upside who, with more reps, could become the Cowboys' quarterback for the next decade. Tony Romo, America's quarterback. The only thing that's hurt now are his feelings.
We're all ready for Romo, and we're ready for Jet. So taste our selected summation of today's athletic achievements in sports.
Like David Ross, little known fact, he used to be roommates with Ty Cobb. He's been around the game for a while. The fan doesn't make the catch of his home run. Tries to pull the extra ball from his pants. He ends up losing the fake ball and the other ball. It was a failure.
No more balls. Nats and Dodgers, Yasiel Puig called out. A check swing for strike 3. Now, Dodgers pitcher Alex Wood is in the dugout, not happy. He had a reason not to be happy. Looked like a terrible call. But Alex Wood had some choice words. He's like, far, far away, far away. Wake up, wake up. Terrible. Terrible.
Clayton Kershaw. Hey, how about that? Doubles. And a nice slide, too. Woo-hoo. How many times do pitchers' pants get dirty? You know.
That sounded dirty.
And the Dodgers fans, that's their reaction.
Interesting fact, Dan, the gentleman on the far right, that is 6-time major champion tennis legend Boris Becker of Germany.
And that's Mary Hart in the middle. Mary Hart, also a big Dodgers fan.
He really is. Arizona Fall League, Tim Tebow. This is exciting stuff. Oh, Tim. Oh.
Hey, we can use our patented catchphrase here. That's using your face.
Did not make the catch. Tim Tebow did not make the catch.
Hey, preseason basketball, we got it. Russell Westbrook, yeah, he got it.
It's his team now.
Behind the back,
he owns it.
He skewers. Russell Westbrook. What a guy.
Hey, it's time for the producer Tim, our worst play of the day, named after producer Tim, the producer who uses a flip phone. Julian Green scores for America. It's America against New Zealand, the Kiwis. Hey, Kiwis, find a different goalie than the drummer for Crowded House.
All right, our house. No, we can't sing songs on the show.
Don't dream it's over, because we've got more to come.
Hey, guess what's next? D-Train, choo-choo.
Get on board. We'll be back after.
On the next Fox Sports Live, something smells awful.
Ugh.
That's tomorrow on Fox Sports Live.
Hi.
Hey.
I've made plans for later in case the state doesn't go well.
Same here.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone said what they meant? The Citi Double Cash Card does. Earn 1% cash back when you buy and 1% as you pay. Double means double.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls, and you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for better car replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Heineken Light makes it okay to flip another man's meat.
No. You never flip another man's meat.
Award-winning Heineken Light is the best light beer you've ever tasted.
That's true. Can I have one?
Can I flip your meat?
No.
Suit yourself.
As your agent, I want to welcome you, Todd. This is a classic.
double meat and cheese, grilled onions, Thousand Island.
You know I get 20% of that.
The classic double cheeseburger for just $2.49. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Shop like a pro at Bass Pro Shops with trophy deals throughout the store, like men's long sleeve tees and Henleys 2 for $25, Plano Sportsman's tote starting at just $10, and a Masterbuilt Bluetooth smoker bundle for under $300.
This $6.99 any deal is too good to be true. No, really. I know 3 things for a fact. 1, the moon landing was faked. 2, the moon is also fake. And 3, this deal has Illuminati written all over it. I mean, think about it. 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any recipe, no questions asked. Well, I got some questions. Does that include meat lovers?
Yeah.
Original pan crust?
Yeah.
Are you a hologram?
What?
The $6.99 any deal. Is it proof that no one out-pizzas the Hut?
Sorry, Ariana. You gotta go.
Seriously?
Verizon limits me and I gotta get home.
You're gonna choose navigation over me?
Maps, get up here.
That way.
Girl, you better get on T-Mobile.
Why pay more for data limits? Introducing T-Mobile One. Unlimited data for everyone. Get 4 lines, just $35 a month.
You never believed in fairy tales, knights in shining armor or happily ever after. But you believed when the right one came along, you'd be ready. Time to shine. Orbit.
Valhalla awaits. The Great North calls out for heroes. Train your army and lay waste to your rivals. Play Vikings, War of Clans for free.
Yes! Playoffs.
John Trill is here!
Means D-Train's here. How you doing?
I'm good, good. Hanging
Clayton
out.
Kershaw.
He manned up.
How tough is that?
You know what? I talked about it earlier, and adrenaline takes over, and you have a sense of pride being the #1 starter and the ace, and being the best possible chance to win for your city and as well as for your ball club. So, all that stuff goes away. And this is about competing. And they made him work in that first inning, but so it was a gritty performance, but I'm real proud of them.
Yeah, Dodgers still win, but they blow that lead for him. How bad do those pitchers feel? Do you come up to the pitcher that you lost the lead for?
All the time. And you pat him on the back because it's not easy. I tried to relieve. That's why I'm on TV right now, because I didn't do a very good job of that. So it's not a very easy adjustment to do. But again, it's Kershaw's fault. He let the runners on base, so he knows he's just responsible just as much as the reliever.
So now Dodger fans are all wondering, Game 5.
Uh-oh.
Like, do you really pitch in Game 5?
No. But it's all hands on deck. If you need him to get out, maybe get Harper again, I think they might go with the 19-year-old Urias. So, anything you need to get to that next round, and we worry about the problems later. But he's definitely, with that off day, he might be able to throw 30 pitches out there in relief.
Kershaw, strong hitting pitcher. We saw that with Arrieta as well. You were a good hitter.
Yeah.
I just swung hard, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you hit 9 jacks.
I can't count, but it is around there. It's around there, yeah.
Why don't we look at Kershaw's double? And this broke the tie in the third. Take us through this.
I tell you what, it was Ichiro-esque right there, man. Letting the ball get deep and not trying to do too much with it. Now, I don't know about him running around the bases, but again, this is what you need to do to really give a spark plug into the locker room and into that dugout, because I know every time I hit a baseball, the team just loved it. I think they loved seeing us run around the bases more, but it's definitely a lift for your ball club.
And Arrieta ran the bases on Monday night, and I saw your tweet about it. 3-run shot off Mad Bum. Talk about this one.
This is huge, man. This is a second home run for their ball club as far as coming from the pitchers. They're actually hitting better than the position guys. Yeah. But again, to do this in the postseason and with that type of matchup, that might be the winner right there.
Yeah.
So, and be able to hit a pitcher like Bumgarner out at their home confines is probably one of the coolest moments he'll ever have.
Very quickly, Bumgarner, how much more furious is he giving it up to a pitcher?
They need to chop some wood over there. They needed to chop. He might have chopped a couple blocks of wood over there in between innings, but you saw him bend over because he knows. Going up against Jake Arrieta, that might be the telling tale of that ball game.
Yeah.
But again, that one stings a little bit more when you give up to a pitcher. But those are two of the best hitting pitchers in all baseball right now.
Dusty Baker, manager of the Nats. You have a history with this guy, but more so a history with his wife. Please explain.
Easy there. Easy there.
What do you say?
Easy there. Dusty's my big. His wife used to babysit me. She's actually close to my auntie, and I used to run around and say, "Call me Transformer" all day in my tidy whitey. So Dusty always just like
Wait, what were you transforming?
I don't know. You know, but again, it was young in my life. Okay, I was I was going through some things. But anyway, again, you know, they love me. They love me over there. So Dusty, when I signed with the Reds, we had a team meeting and he told this story, and you know, it just goes to show you how small this world is. And he was just really honored to be able to get a chance to manage my goofy self. And he said, "I'm just as goofy as an adult as I am as a kid." So it's pretty good playing for him. He's one of the best managers in the game.
Now, we had Frank Thomason here on Monday, and he said Poppy should absolutely not retire. He doesn't like the idea of him going out on top. Says you should keep going until he has nothing left. I wonder what you think about it.
You know what, Big Hurt? Big Hurt, I love Big Hurt to death.
He's got a cookbook.
Exactly. Please buy his cookbook too, please. Please buy that man's cookbook, please. Okay, help him out. Please buy that right here. You know, please buy his cookbook. No, it's you know, knowing Big Poppy personally, you know, you want to go out like Peyton Manning and be able to win, but you know, your body starts to break down. And even for me, being, you know, I retired at 33 just because I couldn't do it anymore. Right. And Frank's just telling me on set right now, you know, you can get in shape, D-Train. I say, yeah, I'm going to get in golfing shape. So he's trying to get he wants everybody to play for the rest of their lives. And even Frank says, man, I wish I could get 2 more years. And it's like, you're in the Hall of Fame already, Frank. Like, come on, man. Like, what more do you want to do? Like, you know, but I love him to death and I love his passion. But Frank, please stop, okay? Like, you know what I mean? We get old and he's done well for himself. So, no, but again, you know, we're rooting for Big Poppy and the monster year that he had. You don't usually see people go out like that. But again, you know, he knows when it's time for himself.
When's your cookbook coming out?
I make a mean grilled cheese. I don't know if you have a book of different grilled cheeses out there.
What else would you have?
You know, ramen noodles with hot sauce. I make a mean one with that one. You know, and you can get a combo. You can get half and half if you want to. I can work with you on that. So, I'm going to leave it up to Big Hurt, man. He's definitely the food critic of our group, man.
It's like a pamphlet. We'll just put a pamphlet out. Johnny Cueto, one of your favorite teammates, you played with him in Cincy. Do you think he changes his warm-up routine from strictly jumping jacks before the postseason?
I tell you what, again, that Cincinnati group was a fun group, definitely a different group, and my locker mates were Mike Leake, me, Aroldis Chapman, and Johnny Cueto. So that's a heck of a row. Wow. That's a well-rounded row. You know what I mean? You got one that steals shirts, you got one that's goofy, you got a guy that does 100. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're definitely close. But